Hello! It's random wish items time again, because it's been moved up a slot because I'm still waiting for a bit for the next Raspberry Pi cases video. But anyway, all the people who email me going, where's the next wish items video? It is here. Welcome to it. Welcome to Lucky 9, which is the stupid name I give to this format of video. Basically, I go on one of those websites that spews out random words, a random word generator, if you will, and each of those words I put into Wish and then buy the first item that comes up that costs £5 or less, including postage. I do that 8 times, and then the 9th item can be more expensive, generally between £10 and £15. Maximum 15. I'm not made of money. Right. Here is today's first item, and the random word that generated it was cherries. Cherries. Ah, life is like a bowl of cherries, says the classic load of bullshit people say. But what did we get from Wish for cherries? Well, it's a much larger item than I would have expected for the money, frankly. For £5 Earth, we got this giant plastic cherry. Look, it's got like a really huge stalk on it. And do you know why? Because it's a toilet brush. Life is like a toilet bowl of cherries, apparently. So there we are. You can now clean all your fecal matter off the inside of your toilet in a pleasingly whimsical fashion. I don't really know. It's an odd one, this, isn't it? I suppose the idea is you don't want your bog brush to look like a bog brush, so you just make it look like a cherry. Quality's all right. I mean, you know, it's relatively thin plastic, but it's solid enough. This seems to be made of the stuff that, frankly, all toilet brushes seem to be made of, so that'll probably work all right. Great. Well, that's a thing you can purchase with your money. Store. Store. Didn't know what I was going to get for store. Some sort of storage item or something to do with the shop? Nope. Bracelet with a skull on it. I don't know. I just work here. It's got all your favourite things, a sort of horrible, rough, fake leather, which will probably take all your skin off, horrible bit of string stuff, some more braided string and bits of metal, and more bits of metal, and a sort of robot skull thing. Kind of like something from that old Ghostbusters cartoon. Not the real Ghostbusters, but that Ghostbusters cartoon that was based on the old film that had like a gorilla in it. It's confusing now. Anyway, yeah, you can have that on your wrist for reasons. Yeah, well, what that's got to do with the word store, your guess is as good as mine. But there we are. For merely £2 Earth, you could have one of these. Alternatively, you could keep your £2 and not spend it on something shit. Cage. Cage. So yeah, it's a spangly pillow covered in sequins. It's very, very bright and slightly overly gaudy, really, but let's not talk about that, because, oh yeah, there's a reason this is called Cage. And I hope some of you have already guessed it. But if not, did you know that these sequins on these things can be moved? And when they move, look, they show something different on the back. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah. Now we're talking. It's bloody Nick Cage cushion cover, isn't it? And even better, you can hide it away until you need some Nick Cage in your life. And there it is, in all its glory. If this isn't the finest thing that's ever been delivered from Wish, I don't know what is. Now I've got to do the thing that every single person I've shown this to has done. Oh, it's not doing very well. I'm trying to get it from a funny angle. It's not quite working. Ah, there we are. We've got it. Can we... get it in more. Ooh, it's like a sort of evil version of Bob Ross, this, isn't it? There we are. There's no happy little squirrels, but there is a horrifying Nick Cage. Ah, the bees! They're in my eyes! The bees! There we are. Yes. I mean, frankly, for £5, I don't think you could buy anything better. I can't imagine any item for any amount of money being better than this. I mean, it's a horrible sequin pillow that turns into Nick Cage's face. If that's not the greatest thing ever, then, well, all right, that might be hyperbole. Imitate. Imitate. What is it we're imitating or copying today, children? It's a dead beetle. in a pendant, because what you really need is a lump of sort of resiny plastic that's got a dead beetle in it. Don't know what sort of beetle it is. Scarab beetle, maybe. Monkey beetle. Billy the Beetle. Billy the Jolly Beetle. That's his new name. Which is a pity he's too dead to hear it, really. So is it fake? Is this why it's called Vortex? It looks pretty bloody real to me. There's all sorts of little hairs and things on it. Very odd. Half the time, I just cannot work out what these words have to do with anything. And this is one of those times. So anyway, if you're a big fan of dead insects and want one round your neck at all times, well, have I got the thing for you. Look, it's not alive at all. At least I hope it isn't. Imagine you can smash it open, just escapes scuttling around, and then goes to get loads of its friends for revenge. There's a crap horror film idea for you. Yeah. I mean, I've seen this sort of thing before, usually sold in, like, gift shops and museums and that, but, yeah, there we are. I mean, it was cheap, that's something. It was, £3? They probably sell for a lot more on those things, but then again, they're probably a lot nicer. So, I don't know, it all seems a bit unpleasant to me. Do you really want to be carrying corpses with you at all times? Well, if you do, you could buy this and then get help, frankly. Forgive. Very interesting, this word. I thought that's an interesting one to come up with. What would an item, be designated as forgive by? Well, unfortunately, there's a very boring answer. It's another bloody bracelet, look. Just says Forgiven on it for some reason, because that's your favourite film. I don't know. Is there a film called Forgiven? I don't know. There's plenty called Unforgiven. Several. There's like an 80s horror, and is there a cowboy film called Forgiven? Is that Clint Eastwood? I don't know. But yeah, you've got your very thick bit of faux leathery stuff. You've got some braided string and a metal badge that just says Forgiven. So do you wait until somebody crosses you in some way, then they apologise, then you give them this, and then they have one of these? I don't know. Perhaps they're so proud to have been forgiven, they'll wander around with this with them at all times. Or maybe it's pronounced Forgiven, and it's their surname. Maybe it's for a man called Guyven. And there we are. I've got this gift for you, Guyven. Look, it says Forgiven on it. I don't know. I'm clutching at straws here. It's a very odd item. I mean, we call this random items, but some of them really do seem to have been designed randomly as well. And this possibly is one of them. But hey, you could have your skull on one arm, Forgiven on the other, dead insect round your neck. Who's going to stop you? Futuristic. Oh yeah, some really good words came up in this session. Futuristic. Well, what will we all be wearing in the future? Of course, the answer is weird sunglasses. There's a proper Geordie LaForge thing going on here. I remember having a weird pair of sunglasses vaguely like this in the 80s. They were Transformers branded, bright red, and had little Autobot symbols on the side. How exciting is that? But yeah, yeah. I mean, if you're making a very cheap sci-fi film, look no further. I'm going to have to put them on, aren't I? And see how hideously uncomfortable they are. Ow! They're very tight. Oh, God, they don't rest on your... They kind of have to rest halfway down your nose. They actually cover your eyes. This is awful. What do I look like with them on? I think these may have literally been designed for Cyclops from the X-Men because I can see almost nothing through them. It's so dark. It's unbelievable. Yeah, not exactly fashion accessory of the month, is it? UV 400 protection. Do you trust that from this random site? I personally wouldn't, but it's probably better than no sunglasses at all. And that, my friends, is the best recommendation you're going to get for these. If you've got a very small head, at least they won't be as uncomfortable as they are on a fully grown human. You know what? It's the sort of thing you would see on a mannequin near one of those shops near Camden Market. Wish. Right, I'm totally owning up to cheating on this one. I was getting the words out and it just suddenly occurred to me, what if one of them was just Wish, the name of the website? What happens if you put the name of the website in? So I did just that. And I'll tell you what you get, guys. A branded t-shirt. I don't know if this is even official. The probably ultimate irony from Wish is that this is probably made by a third-party company with no licence. Yeah, it's 95% cotton, 5% elastine, hand wash cold, do not bleach, dry flat. There we are. There's all the advice for the rest of your life. Yeah, it's a pleasing blue colour, although I did choose the colour. There were many on offer. It's incredibly elastic. I have never come across a t-shirt anywhere near as elasticy as this before. Wait for it. Stretch. It's really weird. It's like super bloody stretchy material. Don't know what it washes up like. Probably not a whole lot, which is why it says hand wash. But hey, the most important thing is, do I look cool while I'm wearing it? Trick question, I always look cool. Civilian. Civilian. As in, somebody who's not a member of the armed forces. What does £5 exactly get you from Wish for civilians? The answer is 5 action figures of civilians. Yeah. An interesting concept. While you've got all your crazy G.I. Joe military dudes, you've now got a man in a yellow shirt. He does have some sort of walkie-talkie in his pocket, so maybe he's, I don't know, a job of some type that needs him to have a walkie-talkie. Maybe he's security. Maybe he's just a walkie-talkie enthusiast. The main point is, we don't care. So yeah, same scale as the old G.I. Joe figures, and very similar articulation too. They're quite well put together, actually. Well, the big problem is the bum piece is too big, so it looks like they're wearing nappies, which is a bloody shame. So the whole point of this was you get 5 random figures of civilians and no repeats, which is kind of technically true, but I don't know, it's pushing it a little bit. Face isn't that bad either. A bit of sculpting. Yeah, it looks all right. Yeah, the arms are a bit disappointing. The articulation's there, but they're sculpted in such a way they don't really sit by the sides properly. But hey, they were £1 each, so I can't massively complain. Look, here's his identical twin brother, who hadn't had his head painted quite as well. Yeah, so the bodies are identical, the legs are identical, the heads are identical, just that he's got a white shirt rather than a yellow shirt. But his undershirt is the same. So, you know, I mean, they're technically different, but come on, guys. Who else have we got in here? We've got Red Hat Man, well known for wearing a red hat at all times, and looking kind of a bit like an extra from Deliverance or something, actually. Yeah, slightly interesting facial design there. And here's his brother, Mr. Beige. They complement each other artistically. You'll also notice that the bodies and legs are exactly the same as the other 2 figures there. Again, just the heads have changed. And finally, oh look, it's the same body again, except now he's wearing some sort of motocross helmet. Because he's off to rob a bank, I would presume, because he hasn't got any other motocross gear on. So I'm going to guess that is purely for protecting his anonymity. Yeah, I mean, they're fine. It's interesting to have some figures that aren't, you know, so obviously a specific military whatever, and just some blokes. Well, there you are. I am super fucking disappointed, though, guys. Super disappointed, and I'll explain why. Because these were advertisers coming in from 3 different sets. The standard blokes, the blokes with the motocross helmets on, there's loads of those, and there was like a 3rd set of guys wearing camo with ZZ Top beards. Like some sort of, I don't know, group of hunters or something, but they looked really, really odd. They all had these sort of massive sculpted beards and were wearing this semi-militaristic camo stuff. I really wanted at least one of those figures, but nope. When you get them at random, you don't always get what you want. And that, friends, is the ultimate lesson to be learned from these videos. That, and never tie your shoelace in a revolving door. And finally, it's the big one, Stream. Stream. Now, I was expecting something to do with, like, a small river or whatever, but no. The cheapest thing, this did still cost £15 bloody pounds, and I had to get the small one. Bigger ones were available. It's for, well, streaming, I think, as in, like, you know, live streaming your face over the internet. For it is a beauty light, which is also very popular with the streaming community. I haven't actually got this out of the box. I might regret that. So what have we got? Oh, we've got selfie stick style thing, so you can hold it up and illuminate yourself from a distance. We've got tripod. Yep, that's important, so you can, you know, mount it on things. Power, that seems quite important too. But here it is, the almighty beauty light ring. So if you've never come across these, they're a very good way of illuminating a face to make it look better, so you can show your ridiculous fizzog on the internet and look slightly better as a result. Oh, there's little control buttons. I'm excited now. Right, I shall plug this in to the USB thing down here. Hope this works. I didn't actually set up for it, but there we go. Right. Oh, yep. We've got button lights. This is good. So, power. Oh! Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that looks really amazing on the camera. Obviously, you wouldn't generally show it to the camera. This would be pointing on something that the camera is looking at. Oh, this is actually a really nice way of lighting things. What does this do? Oh, change. Oh, look at that. You can go from bright white to a more pleasing... So, hang on. So we've got like this crazy white light. We've got this bluish light. And then we've got the super tungsten-y, slightly orange light. Whoa, hey! Oh, blimey, oh, this is looking interesting through the viewfinder. I'll look at the viewfinder. Oh, yeah. And you've got plus and minus. I presume that's brightness, yeah. So you can bring it right down, right up. Wow, this is like properly useful. I mean, it might blow up after a short period of time, but let's not think about that. The main thing is, can we turn this on to super bright? No, that's power, you idiot. This one. There we are. There we are. For all your action figure diorama needs. He can now be, I don't know, absorbed up to heaven or whatever. Or alternatively, you could use it to light your face, but, you know, that's not so exciting, is it? That's quite a good little item, that. I know Elgato make, like, quite an expensive one, but, you know, probably a much better and larger one than this. But if you have a very small head, I mean, you could do worse than this, I suppose. Yeah, how long is it going to last for is the question. And of course, it takes 500 years to be delivered. But let's not worry about that. That's just when you order things direct from China. Well, that was an interesting little set of stuff today, wasn't it? What do you mean, no?
Subscribe for more.